Yo, what's going on, guys? Robert Warshak. We're going to be covering some Giga Ramp updated Druid today. We've covered the Spell Druid, we've done the Dragon Druid, and at the start of the expansion, we did play a Ramp Druid, but we've updated it since then with all of the new card changes, the meta shifting. I figured it was about time we changed the deck up, see if it works in this meta. We've done quite a few changes to the deck to get it to work, and from there, who would have known that adding Breath of Dreams, Wild Growth, and Overgrowth to a Ramp deck would end up being good. We're able to play our big boys very quickly, and then we win. So with this deck, I had a lot of success. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the Ramp Druid a lot. Druid is one of those classes right now that you can play it in a variety of different ways, and it all feels pretty good. For those of you unfamiliar with these deck guides, we're going to cover each and every card in the deck, why it's in there, what it does, and then from there, we're going to head into the ranked games. You're going to see the Ramp Druid stomp on some fools, and then you guys can replicate that on ladders. So Crystal Power, 1 mana, deal 2 or heal for 5. Very good card at killing your opponent's minions in the early game. Looking at Demon Hunters, most of their minions only have 2 health. Worst case, we use this to heal our minion and or our face for 5. There isn't a lot of healing in this deck. There is a lot of taunt, but we still, having a little bit of healing in the deck can get you out of range from some of those pesky spells. Strength in Numbers, one of the better cards in the deck. Being able to basically spend 10 mana on minions, pull a random one from your deck is very good because a lot of the minions in our deck have taunt, they have rush, they can't be targeted by hero powers or spells. They're big, beefy boys that, if played for free, is just very good. Pulling a Marsh Hydra, Evasive Draconoid, Scrapyard Colossus. I mean, worst pick, it rips the Ysera from your deck, but that's still a 4/12 on the board for free that you can give taunt to with stuff like Ironbark. And against aggro decks, most of the time the portals don't even matter anyway. So strength in Numbers, even with the Ysera, is pretty insane. Breath of Dreams, we run a lot of dragons in this deck. Emerald Explorer, Evasive Draconoid, the Twin Tyrant, and Ysera. So getting the Breath of Dreams off in this deck is not as hard as, let's say, the Spell Druid or the Hybrid Druid deck that's been running around that really only runs like 3 dragons in it. Ironbark, originally there was none. I added in here because being able to play a Twin Tyrant and then give it taunt is very important against aggro decks. And then I ended up running 2, even though there's no Mount Seller. And you'd be like, hey, Rob, you could put a Mount Seller in the deck, but that's kind of like what the other Druid deck does. I wanted this to be like a solely big boy Ramp Druid. We don't need to combo with spells. We don't need to get fancy. We're just going to play minions, and they're going to be big and beefy, and then we're going to hit our opponent in the head. You know what I mean? So if you want to play the Mount Seller version, I think it's just better to play that version. And if you want to run the more Ramp style, this is kind of that. But Ironbark still was very good, giving taunt minions that don't have taunt. Taunt is nice. Bong Beam, 0 mana, deal 3 is just good. Wild Growth, re-ramp, ramp. You can never complain about not getting ramp with this deck because we run every form of ramp besides Nourish in this deck. And Nourish ended up just being too much. If you want to run Nourish, take out Overflow, put in Nourish, and then you'll actually be running all the ramp in the game in this deck. But yeah, Wild Growth is good. Overgrowth is good. 1 swipe. I like having some direct damage in the deck. If you like 2 swipes, take out a Starfall. I liked Swipe because it's just a little extra burst. It's not crazy, but it's just a little extra burst. Every once in a while you need it. But we run 2 Starfalls instead of 2 swipes, and the reason being is that no one expects you to run Starfall. So that's exactly why you have to run Starfall. There's a lot of Glowflies, swarms floating around there. All the Druids are playing them. A lot of people are playing Demon Hunter. They all have 2 HP. I played Starfall in most of my Druid decks, and it treats me very, very, very well. If you've seen it on stream, it works out very well. If we start seeing less aggro decks, more control decks, we move back to 1 Starfall, we put in 1 swipe, we have a little extra reach, we have a little extra burst, we have a little bit less removal, and that's okay against control decks. But right now, this deck is weak against aggro, so let's hedge against aggro, not against control. Emerald Explorer, 6 mana, 4/8 with taunt, huge. Discover a dragon, get more Yseras, get Alexstrasas, get Malagoses, get whatever the hell you want. It's pretty insane. Evasive Draconoid, can't be targeted by hero powers or spells, is 7/7 dragon with taunt. Originally, there was 2 of these in the deck, but then I opted to add in another Twin Tyrant instead, and I found the Twin Tyrant was good because it cleared off our opponent's minions, and it had a little bit more HP than the Evasive Draconoid. Not to say that it's bad. If you want to play 2 Evasive Draconoids, take out the other swipe or take out a Starfall, it's up to you, but I found one of them to be fine. Plus, we already had a lot of 7-drop minions, and running the Evasive Draconoid, in my opinion, was the least powerful of all of these 7 drops because I love Marsh Hydra. This is my favorite card in the deck. 7 mana, 7/7 has Rush. After it attacks, you get a random 8-cost minion to your hand. 8-cost minions are generally very, very, very good. Tyrion, Morazon, Morte, Alakir, yeah. Overflow, This deck has almost no draw. Overflowing for draw and heal is good. Again, healing is nice. We don't have a ton of it in this deck. Just crystal power is basically it. So the overflow adds a little spice. And like I said, there's not a lot of draw. So being able to draw just the 5 is good. And because everything is so big in the deck, you only can play 1 or 2 cards per turn anyway. So most of the time, you don't run out of cards in hand. Wing Guardian, insane card, very, very powerful. 7 mana, 6/8, taunt and reborn, and it can't be targeted by hero powers or spells. Very difficult card to get through if you're the opponent. Twin Tyrant, we kind of went over him. He's an 8 mana, 4/10, stat-wise huge, and then he deals 4 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Because we spend the early game ramping and we're not really playing anything, this is sort of a comeback mechanic onto the board, right? So you're able to kill off your opponent's minions while developing a bigger minion. And then from there, hopefully we can start making a comeback. Plus, you can give it taunt with stuff like Ironbark, and it turns into a 5/13, and then it's just kind of impossible to get through if you're in a mid-range or an aggro deck. Or decks just don't have the ability to get through things like that without like hexes or polymorphs. Ysera, one of the ultimate value tools in the deck. Shuffling the 7 Dream Portals into the deck is very nice because when you draw them, you get random dragons, which give you spell power, taunt, rush, dog stats. This card's fucking nuts. Scrapyard Colossus, 10 mana, 7/7 with taunt, death rattle, summon another 7/7 with taunt. So he's basically a 10 mana, 14/14 with taunt. It's very hard to get through. Very good card. Very annoying. Any aggro deck hates this deck, and they normally just concede, especially the warriors and the demon hunters. And all the rogues and hunters, oh my god, you just like kind of destroy them. I don't like playing against priests and mages with this deck. That's my only kind of decks that I don't like playing against because they have so much removal and so much kind of just like deal with whatever I play that they can outvalue this deck. But basically anything other than mage and priest, this deck is going to destroy. So with that, if you'd enjoy the deck, you like what you see, throw a like, throw a comment section below. Let me know what you think of it, any sort of changes you'd make, or maybe your record with the deck and how it's been treating you. And then from there, enjoy the games, guys. What up, Rog? Alright, he answered that. And you're interested in playing a spell damage shaman list. We actually played a decent amount of spell damage shaman already. AKA Unicorn Shaman. AKA Big Lil Poppy. AKA the Whippersnappers. We are all bad? No. You're not bad. I've just ascended. Dude, we've got the ramp. We've got the breath into wild growth into overgrowth. Oh my god. This is the dream. If I lose with the dream, this deck sucks. But I don't think I'm gonna lose with the dream. I'll only let my man in my mama. I'm sorry. Hit him with the Hydra. Yes, you attack with the 1/3. Oh, you don't want to attack with the 1/3? Okay. The next turn, do I play Guardian or Hydra? I'm assuming Guardian, right? So I'm going to take that as a no one wants to 1v1 me on Lockout or Midship or Ascension or Ivory Tower. I feel cheated, chat. You're supposed to stand by me. You're supposed to play video games with me. I'm just memeing you. I didn't understand why you like the Hydra so much until I got Morizond. We're doing WoW tonight, Azir, and I don't have any company, so we should be able to play like a lot of WoW. Start at like, I don't know, 8-ish? Whenever we get back from the bike ride. I can beat you in Ascension if you talk in the deck builder. I can do some Warzone co-op. All the games that you guys are listing don't involve the word H-A-L-O. It's a weird way to spell Halo. Do I bong bong the 1/1 just so he can't play Wiggles? Why not? Alright, so when you have the ultimate Giga Ramp, your opponent loses, chat. When you go Breath into Wild Growth, into Overgrowth, into into Side Quest, into Wing Guardian, into Ysera, into Side Quest, pull Tyrant, your opponent dies. The day I learned. This guy is only at 6 mana? Bro, I'm at 9 mana, dude. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Alright, Hydra. Chomp on this dragon. High rolling? Absolutely not. I drew cards in my deck that did exactly what they said they were gonna do. High rolling is playing cards that produce random outcomes. And those random outcomes are the best possible outcome the random outcome could happen. Rob, draw is RNG. You can high roll draw. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Could have sold it at 10.
Who's after out? And this morning, that's 2, right on the market. The option literally went from 5 at close today. I didn't check. To 2 this morning.
Don't feel so bad. I missed out on Boeing again. I would have made a nice little cheeky 10%.
Yeah, ended yesterday at 5. Straight down to 2 this morning.
Yeah, because the closer to expiration you get, the less the option is worth, because the less likely it's going to get to where your strike price is. So like the chance that within the next 2 hours that Fitbit goes down, what is it, like 25 cents, is very not likely.
Right.
But if it did, it would go up. Board's gonna take poop. Board down. And then I knew the juicy buys right there. But everything's kind of just chilling in the middle right now. Got another option? Why do you not discuss these activities with me? You're not learning shit. You're not charting. You're not TAing. You're not fucking learning the industry. You ain't doing that. You know what you mean? You got a feeling. You know what the fuck? You got a feeling about Fitbit. You didn't even know you could. You accidentally bought the wrong amount of options.
No, I accidentally just bought what I thought I was going to review, and it's like, you bought. I'm like, I literally did not actually plan on buying.
Yeah, that's the problem. You bought something you didn't even plan on buying.
Learning experience. Now I will never accidentally buy again.
All right. So what did you do now? Pulls out phone, has to remember.
Alright. Bought a $6 option.
For what? Forward? You bought a $6. What is it? You put or call?
A put. I said about.
So you bought a forward put for how long and what is the price?
I haven't said it.
Well, yeah, but like, what's the strike price?
Put it next week.
Life and hope of will fight.
Okay. So what price did? What's your break even?
By Y second.
I agree. Not bad.
I looked at it, and I think Ford's got hit with a fucking
Ford
recall lawsuit.
Buy put. You said July 2nd at 550. This one. 6? Why? It's 33. That's $33. How did you buy a put? How'd you buy a put for $7? The $7 one is in the 450 range. I don't get battle cries, so I can't play Morazon here. I could opt to like Ironbark that though. All right, we chilling. Tony's saying he's buying a $7 Ford option. I'm like, how is that possible? There's not even one in the books. Yeah, so if I level my Hunter Azure on retail, I have to do the whole level thing again. Because my Hunter's level 110. I leveled the Druid to 120 because I thought I was gonna play that. And if you're a balance, and that's what I was gonna heal and be a balanced Druid, so I'm not gonna do that if you are. And then I was gonna be on my Shaman, and my Shaman, Tony wants to be a Shaman, Elemental Shaman, so I can't be an Elemental Shaman. I mean, technically we can, but we don't need, when we're doing Mythics, we don't need 2 Elemental Shamans. So, Hunter I will be. Really? Tapped into 0 mana Malagos? Really? Tapped into 0 mana Malagos? Come on, man. At least Morazon's gonna be lit. Alright, we'll chat as there. Do a little chit chat. Alright, boys. Well, actually, all of the spells would be random, right? So I could end up killing my own guys. I have to do it, though, right? No. All shit takes double damage. So, theoretically, do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. That's a terrible idea. I can just do this. This takes 10 now. And now I can just swipe this. This. And this will take 2. Yeah. Morazon was the bait. Because what if it kills my own stuff? Like, if his Malagos lives, he just wins. And you wonder why YouTube views are down? We make the good play sometimes, but there's like, that's not like a, like that's not that really that great. We go for highlights when I feel as if it will be good, but that highlight, it doesn't do anything. I play Morazon, right? And best case, it kills his stuff. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It depends. Sometimes we meme, sometimes we don't. We don't always just meme, though. That comment was very mean. So now I play Morazon, and it does amazing things. Kill his Ysera, Alex Straza. Oh my god, it just killed my own guy. But I just, oh my god, and I healed for 22. I healed for 22! And then he can see. Alright, dude. Okay. Tell me more about how my videos suck. I just thought I heard him talking about magic. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you can ask him. What song you want? What song you want, Big Lee? This deck's actually doing really well today. Oh my god, Draco is almost top 100 legend and wild. Draco, you fucking animal. Draco, you mad man. Oh wait, did I do that? You did. You just paid 5,000 bits to redeem a song. Or 5,000 bingo bucks. You did this. What's the song? I demand a song. One sec. All right, no problem. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I asked earlier in the stream when we first started. We had some guy almost deep, what was it? Deep sea rock, solo rock climbing, I think it was. Which seemed pretty cool. One person's playing WoW all weekend. The other one's playing some Warzone. Any other people doing some exciting stuff? Anybody bringing the action? Going back to work? Well, that's no fun. Unless you like work. So what is next turn? Like coin emerald and then we look for like another 5 or a 6 drop? Mary Jane Love by Nun. What the heck is this? This is the first warrior we've played in a while. I feel like for as good as warrior is, we're not playing as much of it as I think we should. Also, how's our YouTube video doing today? We haven't really checked that as much. We also sent out a tweet today, guys. I don't know if you've checked it out, but ! Twitter and take a look at that freaking picture. It's pretty ridiculous, dudes.
We must stop this corruption.
I know, right, OSRS? It's a little ridiculous, dude. I was thinking about Twin Tyrant there, guys, but I'd rather just hit 10 mana. Wait, did he just shield slam? He did. My Highlander Shaman just dusted a Dragon Druid. Nice too. I mean, Highlander Shaman, if you get off like a decent like start and you have that nice curve, it's not too terrible.
What now?
Wow. I don't know if the children's call it. I don't know if the children call it that anymore. The lingo is probably different now.
I'll show you who's boss.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Didn't actually think he was going to clear the board. He did.
We must stop this corruption.
For the wild.
For how fast we draw, Dragon Queen is fine. I just love playing Quest Shaman with a bunch of tech cards, and Highlander is the only way I can make it work right now. Is it a quest? Oh yeah, okay, so Highlander Quest Shaman. You run like Barista. You can run all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of tech cards right now that do really good. Sticky Fingers, but like all their battle cries, whether they trigger once or twice doesn't really matter. So the quest might just be too slow. But you can definitely literally fill like a Highlander deck full of like tech cards. It would be pretty good. But like Baristaing Zephyrus, so you go like hero power Barista on Zephyrus, get 2 Zephyrus. Pretty good. And then you play Zephyrus, and then you get more activations on Zephyrus because he's a battle cry. Or you save coin, or you play that coin guy, and then you go hero power coin Dragon Queen, and then you get 4 0-mana dragon. That's always a fun thing. I'm giving this 8 attack so he can't just trade it and his guy live at 1 HP. So I need to draw Starfire, Bong Bong, and a Marsh Hydra, and then she'll be active. That's a weird trade. Damn, he runs 2 Blade Storms. So good against my deck. Shield Slam? No.
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
Wait for me!
This is where overflows mucho gucho. I also have to assume because he runs 2 of those, he runs 2 brawls. Fine.
My dream is your nightmare.
Now the question is, do I Iron Bark this? And the thing is, if I do, he brawls, but that's a good thing, so. Because then he doesn't brawl with my portals. Dude, this deck's farming right now. This deck is straight farming right now, boys. Recent opponent would like to be my friend. Oh, baby. Will you be content? Dude, we've literally only lost one. Oh my gosh. So much winning. Will you be content, Thio? Will you be content, Thio, or are you gonna be a nice guy? 1-8 today. Guess I should play something brain dead too. Sorry, today's been rough. Hearthstone. That's Hearthstone. At least he used the right 2. That means he has some sort of a brain. He is playing Warrior. It is a pretty tough deck to play. My Ramp Druid is hard though. You have to play ramp, and then you have to play the minions. Like, I have steps, too. It seems that Corsair isn't in my deck. Every single warrior has it on turn 2. How much money have you spent on Hearthstone? If under 1K, it's bottom 10. Gotta insert that wallet to get that profit.